What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center, here to do the July love energy check-in readings for my Cancerians out there. If you're new to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. So first of all, happy birthday to all the Cancerians out there. Hope you guys are off to a great start. Hope you guys all had a great 4th of July. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. So we're just going to take a look at the current hurdles, obstacles, and struggles that you guys are experiencing in love and relationship. The advice, what you need to do to overcome those struggles. And then what the outcome will be if you listen to the advice. All right, so I'm going to use... We're going to use a little bit of a mixture here today of tarot, and I'm using a custom-made deck that I had created for myself. And we'll see what comes out for you guys. And this will run for the next 30 days. All right, so the current challenge that you guys have right now is the pause energy. Right, let me get the advice card here. So what this is saying is that there's something in regards to your love life. Now this could be, and of course I'm going to clarify everything so we'll know specifically. We'll know more specifically in just a minute. So basically the pause energy is saying that right now you may need to put your love life on hold, essentially. Or you may feel like your love life is on hold. You may feel like things aren't moving forward, romance and relationships, or, it's not something in your life that you're seeing a lot of progress in, basically. It's going to be one of the two, okay? So something you guys either need to take a break from for now, or you're feeling like it's just an area of life where it's like nothing is really moving forward, right? Like maybe you're not meeting people, maybe the people that you have been meeting haven't been quality matches, or you can't find people that vibe with you, or it's just maybe you have like a lot of dating fatigue, all of that kind of thing. Now the advice is about releasing here, and I'll show you guys the cards. Just a second. Let me get the outcome energy here, just so I can kind of get the full picture of everything here. What's the outcome here? Give me one card for the outcome. Yeah, okay. And then at the split here, all right, so we have transition for the outcome here, and then at the split of the deck here, we have the Divine Masculine, and we have the stuck card, stuck energy. So technically this is the card that's in the middle, and the Divine Masculine card is at the bottom of the deck here. So, and I'll just put this right here for now. And then, like I said, we'll clarify everything. So, so the advice energy here for you guys really is about releasing. It's really about releasing your fears, your anxiety. It's about releasing things that no longer serve you in your life, which could be a lot of things. Now, most people have a tendency to focus on the external world. They have a tendency to focus on symptoms and not causes. So, instead of just seeing it one-dimensionally, as in, okay, yeah, maybe dating and relationships has been a less than ideal experience for you lately, or you've had a lot of toxic relationships or experiences, disappointing, unfulfilling relationships and experiences, whatever that looks like. Sure, I mean, that's part of it, but that's surface level, right? Because we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are. And so the symptom, the core issue is really, what do we allow to infiltrate us? Where or what are we giving our power away to, right? And so what typically happens to most human beings is when we experience things that are disappointing, which life is full of disappointments, life is full of tragedy, loss, betrayal, loss, life comes with its trials and its struggles. When we identify with those struggles, we begin to create disempowering beliefs, paradigms, stories, narratives. And when those narratives are allowed to run free in our mind, then essentially we attract more of it to our lives because, again, we are identifying with them, right? That becomes our belief. And whatever belief we have typically is fueled by a set of emotions, right? Like most people are focused on what? Either the past or the future, right? Do most people focus on what they have or what they don't have, right? I think we all know the answer to that, if we're being honest. And so the release card here for the advice, because this is the most important card in the reading, the advice about what to do. The release card is all about us learning how to release the negative things within ourselves that came as a result of past infractions, whatever those things were that happened to us that left us scarred, that left us hurt, that left us in a negative state. They handed us a disempowering belief, or tempted us to hand our power away to fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? And because the more that we give our power to those things, the greater those things become. What was once a molehill became a mountain. We fed it until it became Godzilla. And so then when it gets so big, we feel like that's going to become our forever. Like it's always going to be this. It's never going to change. Dating's always going to suck. Relationships are always going to suck. People are always going to cheat, lie, betray, hurt, you name it, right? That becomes the belief. But it's not true. And when we can release and let go of those disempowering stories and those negative paradigms, patterns, habits, beliefs, what have you, then we can move into the outcome, which is a transition, right? And so the transition here, you can see these steps going up into this doorway of light. We move into a higher realm, and everything that is in alignment for us at that higher realm, because we have elevated our own consciousness, or we've elevated ourselves, our mindset, our beliefs, what have you. Everything that we desire is through the door, right? But we have to get there. We have to be willing to let go, release, and walk away from the effects more than anything else, the effects of the way things have caused us. We have to be able to release those things, release the baggage of what was done to us, and move into a new realm, basically, right? Which is all about raising your vibration, higher levels of consciousness, you name it, all the spiritual woo-woo stuff. That's really what that's about. It's about learning from our past experiences, pulling out the treasure in the pile of shit, and not identifying with the shit and thinking that there is no treasure, right? Like most people wouldn't want to dig around in a big pile of shit looking for, a quarter, right? But would you stick your hand in a pile of shit if you knew there was a diamond in there that was worth $1 billion with a capital B, right? Like I think most people would, right? Like most people like, yeah, I could probably do that, right? Even if it's gross, even if it's disgusting, even if it makes me want to puke, and even if I cringe while I'm doing it, it would be worth $1 billion, right? It might be worth $1 million. It might be worth $10,000, right? It might be worth $1,000. You know what I mean? It's like, I can always wash my hands, or stick it in a bucket of bleach or whatever you got to do. And so the point is that really what's happening here for you guys is this is a time of pause, but you may feel, again, this is the challenge. You may not want to put your romantic or dating life on hold. You may like, putting yourself out there and consistently going out looking for love. And the universe is saying, hey, I think, so that you don't keep repeating the same cycles, let's press the pause button, focus on releasing the things that have created all this negative tension and negative energy and all this resistance towards love and romance because you haven't experienced it the way you desire, so that you can move into a higher place in the outcome, which is where all the good stuff is. But at the bottom of the deck, Divine Masculine card is the same thing as the Emperor energy in Tarot, which is telling you it's up to you. We have to become the leader of our life. We're in control of the outcomes here. It's not going to be done for us. We have to participate in our own rescue. Why is the pause energy here? For the challenge. Yeah, the Three of Cups, which is, again, pause, dating. The Three of Cups is essentially a dating card. Going out, dating, having fun, right? Celebrations. I mean, essentially the dating card in the cup suit. Yeah. And then the Ace of Pentacles, which is just about, like going out dating, but you're looking for something solid, looking for something secure. And so the advice is like saying, hey, press the pause button when it comes to dating so that you can figure out what you need to let go of so that in the future there will be new solid opportunities. Because right now at the bottom of the deck, you're in the Nine of Swords energy, right? All this is going to do is create more turmoil, more anxiety, more stress, more sleepless nights. If you proceed forward, it's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's what this is saying. If you keep doing this, you keep pressing forward, and you don't press the pause button, then you're just going to encounter more challenges and obstacles. Why is the Release card here? For the advice, please. Now, keep in mind, for those of you that are new to my channel, if you go out to my main page, you'll see a set of videos that are not readings. They're more like I'm just talking about tarot and sharing some teaching different things. And you should see a video on there where I talk about what this channel is really about and the benefit of what tarot is really meant for. Tarot is not meant for you to give your power away to it. A lot of people lean on tarot to tell them, well, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And of course, it can be used for that. But that's a very disempowering place to be. If you want something, the questions that you really want to ask and the things that you really want to know is what do I need to do, or who do I need to become in order to get them? Because if you've watched tarot for any amount of time, I'm sure you probably realize that a lot of times, a lot of the same, you hear a lot of the same types of readings from across all the different tarot, the hundreds of tarot readers that are on YouTube, right? And they'll say the similar things. They're all kind of saying similar things when it comes to love and romance. And then you're there, and maybe, a few people here and there, you read the comments, some will say, oh, that person did come back, or maybe they didn't come back, or whatever, right? But for most people, they're waiting, and they're waiting, and they're waiting for something to happen. And you're going to keep waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen unless you take the power back in your life and say, well, it's all about the Magician card in tarot. All of this comes from the Magician card. We are the ones that are most responsible for getting the outcomes in life. We're responsible for creating those outcomes. They're not going to create themselves. And just because tarot says, well, this might happen, that's like the weather forecasting. It might rain. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And so if you want to live a life to where you control the outcomes more than having to wait and giving it up to chance, well, maybe it happened, maybe it won't. Like which place would you rather be in? Would you rather be in a position of power, knowing like, well, I know what I want, and so I'll do what it takes to create that outcome. I'll use my power and my energy and my resources, the Magician. I'll use all the tools and resources that I have to get the thing that I desire, which means I have to become that thing. I have to become the Magician in order to use the Magician's power, right? Like Luke Skywalker had to become the Jedi before he understood what it meant to use the power of the Jedi, right? It's the same concept here. So the Release card here, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Swords. So again, this is really about saying there's been an illusion of fantasy here. The Ten of Cups is, when it's upright even, it can be a card of fantasy. It can be a card of, of course, it's happiness. It's the most love that two human beings can share, a card of family. very serious commitment. It's the pinnacle of love and emotions that you could experience with somebody. But it's also about fantasizing here, right? Dreaminess, fantasy. Well, here the release card is saying you need to see the truth. We have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords cuts through all the BS. It's truth, it's clarity, it's precision, and it's victory. And why is it victory? Why is it a card pertaining to victory? Because it's tied to truth, right? And the only way that you can have a victory is when you're aligned with the truth. And that's why the crown is at the top of the sword here. Because it also refers to the crown chakra, right? Where we would receive truth. The Ten of Cups in reverse is the fantasy. So the advice is that you're having to let go of fantasy, projecting your desires or seeing the potential in somebody that's not meant for you, projecting your desires upon these romantic, these romantic partners that you may meet. And I get it, right? I mean, you guys you're Cancerians. You're, out of all the water signs, you guys are, probably the entire zodiac, you guys are the hopeless romantic of the zodiac, right? More than any other zodiac sign. Surely within the water signs, you guys are definitely the most romantic. And that's why you guys, are stereotyped for being the most sensitive ones, because you do, you have that heart of sentimentality. And so the advice here is, learning how to see things for what they are and not projecting your fantasy onto them, which will help you release, because when you see the truth and you take your power back, then it leads you here to the transition, right? It gives you the power to transition out of what you don't want and transition towards what you do want. Why is the transition energy here? And this is the path to love. In other words, the path to you getting what you want is found, again, by walking through the door, by you making this transition. It happens by you changing you, not the other way around. And so we have, and so at the split of the deck, I'm going to put this at the down here. So at the split of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands, which is obviously the burden that this has caused, the weight and the burden that you've experienced as all the failed relationships, all the turmoil, the Nine of Swords energy we saw at the beginning of the reading. And then we have the Ace of Cups, which is the promise, which is you will have love. You will get your cup of love. You will eventually get the Ten of Cups, but it won't be the fantasy Ten of Cups. It'll be the real Ten of Cups, right? And again, so that Ace of Cups is through the door. Now, the transition, we have the Moon in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So what this is saying is you have to let go of the fear. You have to see things clearly, because the Moon upright, and this is your own card, by the way, Pisces Cancer energy with the Moon. It's showing you that, again, that the Moon upright is illusions. It's cloudiness, uncertainty, darkness. You can't see things clearly with the Moon card upright. But the Ace of Swords is like your flashlight. The Ace of Swords is clarity and truth. It cuts through the illusions. So now with the Moon in reverse, you can see clearly. The Three of Pentacles in reverse is basically saying that you have to know what to cut ties with. You have to know what to release. Using your Ace of Swords to cut and release things that don't serve you. It's a repeated message. The Three of Pentacles in reverse is knowing what not to give your energy to, because the Three of Pentacles upright is collaborating. It's working on something. It's using your energy to build something, to work on something with somebody else, right? And that's what a partnership and a relationship is. It's a collaboration. Two people coming together to create something. Well, the Three of Pentacles in reverse is not coming together to create something. And so this is basically discernment. This is giving you discernment. The Ace of Swords is giving you the discernment of what to cut out of your life that's no longer working and serving you. It's cutting away the baggage, cutting away the burden, so that you can find your Ace of Cups. And so the power of this reading really is about you in this month learning where your power is and letting go of bad habits, bad patterns, bad behaviors, putting things on pause for now to learn what those things are, changing yourself so that as you move forward, and you make that transition of letting go of the old self, the disempowered self, and moving into the new powerful self, so you don't repeat those same patterns, which therefore would attract the same types of people that you don't want. Becoming a new person attracts new people. That's what this reading is really all about. Okay. So if this reading resonated for you, I hope, hopefully it does. If you haven't already, please take a minute to like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more readings in the near future. And I appreciate all of you. Again, happy birthday to my Cancerians out there. I'll see you soon, and love and light.